Alright guys, 20.2 miles to do today. And I think we can make that happen. Good morning. It is morning of Saturday, May 6th, just before 8 o'clock. Stayed at Leroy Smith Shelter or something like that. Stayed there with Bushmeat, Spear Chucker, and Tenacious D. Which I met Spear Chucker and Bushmeat a few nights ago. I camped with them. I think it was the night, no, it wasn't the night out of Duncannon. Or was it? I can't remember. No, it was the night that I went through Port Clinton. That's what it was. But, but I hadn't met Tenacious D yet, but I've seen him all along the shelter logs, so it's cool to finally meet him. Really cool guy. Didn't really rain all that much last night. Actually, I kind of forget when I talked to y'all yesterday, but it just rained, and then kind of right when I made it to the top, it rained for like another hour, and after that it really stopped raining, which I was expecting this really, like, what I had when I was climbing up it wasn't even going to compare to what was supposed to come at like 5 o'clock-ish or 2 o'clock or something like that. Supposed to just be like this massive thunderstorm, but it never came, so that's fine with me. So today is supposed to be more light rain, which I don't know, because the sun's actually almost kind of peeking through the clouds. So if that could happen, that'd be awesome. And then we have 20 miles to do to Delaware Water Gap, where we're staying in a hostel tonight. And then we'll be in New Jersey tomorrow. So that'll be really fun. What else? I can't really think of anything else to tell y'all. Oh yeah, we had a porcupine visit us last night. It was like chewing on the wood on the steps of the shelter and like all around it and underneath it last night. Like at one point I could hear it, like I was off in one of the back corners and I could just hear it like right underneath me chewing on something. And then one of the guys, Spear Chucker, he had his head kind of towards the open side of the shelter, and he got some video of it, and it was just chewing on the steps there. But I'd much rather have a porcupine outside the shelter than some mice inside. So, but yes, that was the first time I saw a porcupine on the trail. Yeah, other than that, not a whole lot to say. I know Fjord and Snap and Lost and Carpenter, all of them, I think they left Delaware Water Gap today. So, still a day behind them, but whatever. I've kind of just come to the conclusion, like, I'll just do my own thing, and if I can catch up to them and finish with them, that'd be awesome, but if not, this is my hike. Oh, there's a nice view, look at that. But, just hike my own hike for now. And if we happen to catch up or get super close, then just do the big miles to catch them. But anyways, that's the old plan right now. So I'll leave you with this view. I'll check y'all later. So we're at Hand's Lookout, and we've had a big change in weather. So I guess the wind's been blowing in our favor. So I don't know what road we're looking at down there, but definitely really nice. So it's about 9:15, so we've been going for just over an hour. So nothing to really report. It is warming up though. I probably should take off my jacket here pretty soon. But oh yeah, I broke my jacket yesterday too. I don't know what happened to it, but this little thing came undone, like from whatever it's attached to on the hood to tighten it. And I was trying to tighten it yesterday, and I had it like all the way cinched up, and it was still just loose. So I kept pulling on it, and then that came out. So I guess it came undone somewhere. So I mean, whatever. I mean, the only really windy section we have left is the whites. Other than that, it's not like the Smokies where I'm trying to keep all the heat inside me that I can and keep the wind out. So, which I think we can manage. But yeah, today's been really rocky too. Like, this is more so than what I've had, but it's just all those little rocks that just, you know, make you think about, or make you need to think about where you're putting your feet. And now they're still all wet too from yesterday and last night. So, kind of a little bit slow, but no big deal. So I'll check in with y'all there later. We're just a little bit past Kirkridge Shelter. And we have about 7 or so miles left. But Pennsylvania rocks just can't let up. Literally been dealing with this probably 90% of the day. End up on Wolf Rocks. Of course, you know, it's another rocky lookout. And it's cloudy. And it's raining. So that was really not a fun time either. So, but anyways, about 7 more miles to go today. Actually less than that now. So just keep on trucking. Oh, a slight break. And it's over. So yeah, Pennsylvania just doesn't know when to quit. Or maybe I don't. But just gonna keep trucking on. Delaware Water Gap today, New Jersey tomorrow. Hey guys, so I'm in Delaware Water Gap. It is the morning of Sunday the 7th. So I stayed the night here at the Church of the Mountain Hiker Center. Really good time. Met up with Johnny again. And met up with Tenacious D again. Turns out he had a priority of getting ice cream, so that was, thought I lost him for a second, but he was just somewhere else. And then I met Yogi and Boo Boo, finally. So, which is funny because up till a few days ago, I thought that they were 2 people, but it's actually a girl and a dog. So, so I met Boo Boo and Yogi, which Yogi is the dog, whose name is Baxter. So, and then I also met Idaho Bones, who's flip-flopping. He's kind of with Yogi and Boo Boo right now. So, and then I found out too that Lost Up High and Fjord and Snap and Carpenter and Long Haul are all off trail right now. But I think they got off trail here. So I'm actually kind of ahead of them right now, which is awesome, because I'll be off trail in like 3 days anyway. So instead of being 1 day and then possibly, you know, 3 or 4 days behind them, I'll probably just come out and be like 2 days behind. So that's working out really well. Yeah, so the town of, I don't know exactly where I go. Yeah, where my place is, okay. So the town of Delaware Water Gap, really nice. The hiker center is great. But as far as resupplies go, all it has is like 2 convenience stores. So for like 2.5 or 3 days worth of food, I wound up paying like $40. So, which for, I don't know what, you know, you're spending on food, but for trail food, it's pretty expensive. So, it wasn't even like good selection. So. But yeah, so I got the food. It'll last me, it's fine. So I actually did pretty well for myself at Palmerton. So this is just kind of payback, I guess, for you know, getting food so cheap there. But yeah, so we're actually about to cross the bridge into New Jersey. I don't know if I'll have enough filler to talk about to have to record the whole time, so maybe I'll just record when I get to the border. And in fact, that's probably what I'll do. So I'll check in with y'all in like 5 minutes. Hey guys, so like I said, we're in New Jersey. Yeah, 7 states down as far as I can tell. I think. Should be 7. Just like halfway done, state-wise. So New Jersey for like the next really week, but really just 4 days of hiking. Yeah. Hopefully it's not all like this though. I don't think it will be. I've actually, this is the only state that I've been on the trail before actually starting my through hike. One I've actually driven past here in August of last year, and actually saw a through hiker, which for me was amazing. My sister and brother-in-law didn't really care, but yeah. And then, but I've actually hiked like a very small quarter-mile section up by where I have some relatives that live. So that was really cool. And from what I remember, it was really nice. So yeah, really excited to be here. Excited to see some family too, and excited to be done with. Excited to be done with Pennsylvania. Oh. There's actually some rocks today from what I heard, so I'll check in with y'all later. Hopefully you can hear all that. Hey guys, so I'm at Sunfish Pond here. It's a little bit after 10. I just kind of took my first break of the day. So I'm doing pretty good mileage so far. We've done about 7 in just over 2 hours, so really killing it today, which is awesome. But yeah, not a lot to report. It's just been really nice. There have been a little bit of rocks, like right here. But I think this is the trail. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it's rocks like this. Other than that, it's been really a nice trail. It flows under us. That's cool. But the trail is still really nice. You know, with just little parts like this. I don't know. Just better than that last few miles of Pennsylvania were. So, not a whole lot to. Oh, there's the trail. Yeah. Not a whole lot to talk about right now. So I'll check in with y'all later. Ooh. Hey guys, so I'm here on top of Mount Kittany or whatever it's called. There's a dog one around. But yeah, nice views.